What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. We're here at it again, back at it again. If you guys are wondering about the getup, I'm actually at work right now, and there's been literally no time to kind of record these in between going home and stuff, and in between shifts. I barely have time to sleep right now. So, and in light of that, I'm taking my break times now to do these recordings for you guys during my break time. So that way, because I know you guys are keeping up with it. No excuses, so basically I got no excuses myself. I gotta make it happen, right? You guys are making it happen, we gotta make it happen. So today, guys, what we're gonna be going over first is before the WOD itself. It's Cindy time for any of you who don't know that. We will be getting to the WOD soon. We're gonna start with the warm-up. It's gonna be a Tabata, all right? Tabata, for any of you who aren't aware of it, is going to be 30 seconds of work. Basically, the clock is going to be on for 30 seconds, and then we're going to be taking a 15-second break in between each round. We're going to be doing 10 rounds today. The movements are going to be comprising of, first, what we're going to start off with is a single leg pistol sit down into a chair, right? Not necessarily coming up. And we're doing that for the first round, the first 30 seconds. One leg sit down into the chair, and then the next round, round two, is going to be a single leg sit down with the opposite leg into a chair, right? We're going to slowly but surely work our way into these progressions. I know last Friday was probably tough, guys. And I congratulate all you for even attempting it or sticking through it. I know doing things that are tough aren't always easy for people. You know, sometimes it's tough getting out of our comfort zones. But nonetheless, we are going to be working slow and steady towards progressions, guys. So what we're doing here again is working towards that. So first and second round, guys, single leg pistol sit downs. They're gonna look like this. So if this is your chair at home, right, I'm going to come right up over here. I'm going to bring my feet up a little more. And from here, I'm just going to bring one leg up in front of me. My hands are going to be out in front of me, kind of balancing me out. And then what I'm going to do from here is slowly but surely bring myself down to a seated position on that. And we're going to slowly work on that eccentric movement, the negative portion when we're coming down from the exercise itself. We're coming down as slowly and controlled as possible, and then we eventually just go to a seated position. As soon as that's done, you can push yourself off the seat, and that's perfect. If not, then you could always just lift yourself up regular. And if even this one is a little scary for you because it's a little unstable or anything, you could always hold on to something on the side and then work your way on slowly but surely bringing yourself down, right? So that's going to be 30 seconds of that on one leg, and then it's going to be a 15-second break. And after that, we're switching over to the next leg, 30 seconds on, 15-second break. All right. After that, it's going to be squats, air squats, 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Again, the air squats. Oh yeah, by the way, we got a gym over here at my job, so it's pretty cool because not a lot of hospitals I know like have gyms like at the basement and stuff like that. It's a small gym, but nonetheless it's a gym nonetheless. So I'm pretty thankful for that. That's the whole reason for the get up and everything over here. But sorry about that, guys. So the air squat again. Remember, guys, our feet are gonna be, if not hip width apart, you could be kind of shoulder width apart. Get like a nice wide base. Our feet don't necessarily, depending on body habits, everyone's anatomy is a little different. But for most people, they like to be slightly toed out. As long as when you're coming down for the squat, the knees are in alignment with the feet or the toes, right? They're in the same alignment. They're not caving in or anything. And off of the track, just watch my feet here, right? This is all in line right here, right? As it's coming down, and I'm also not sitting down on my knees here. Watch, I'm not sitting straight down on the knees. I'm actually doing what we call a hip hinge. I'm bringing my hips back, right? Keeping my lower back straight and keeping my upper back straight. This entire portion from my neck all the way down to the bottom of my pelvis is, we're gonna put a nice imaginary dissecting line right there, making sure that all that goes down in synchronization all together, right? There's no movement or variation from that, right? Coming down, right? Down, down, down. We're gonna try and break parallel with the hips, past the knees if possible, all right? And then come back up. That's gonna be 30 seconds on of that again, and then 10 seconds off. After that, we're gonna be going into rows, modified rows. So I suggest you guys can get like a chair. I'm not at home, so I can't be showing this to you guys, but you can get like a broomstick, right? I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but we have a broomstick. We set it up towards 2 chairs because we are gonna be working on that for today's workout as well, for those who don't have access to a pull-up bar, all right? Right, you're gonna get our broomstick. You're gonna come down and set it up. Can you imagine these are the chairs over here? So if you set it down too low, there's not gonna be enough range of motion for you to kind of go back up and down. And the higher up you are, the easier it gets. The lower would you go, the harder it gets in terms of this positioning right here. So this would be high up on the bar. This would be really low down on the bar. It gets harder the lower you go, I'll admit. So if you want to get something with a little more elevated for the bar itself, right, you can do that. And then come out wide. Remember, wide grip is also harder. Coming in is a little easier. Coming out is always harder, all right? Come out this way. What you're gonna do is, again, work on, you see my midline right here, my pelvis, my hips. They're not moving up and down, they're not moving back and forth. They're trying to stabilize, stay nice and straight. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing myself, my chest, all the way up to the bar, right? And then down, let go. Up, and then on the way back down, you're breathing. All right? Up, make sure you're breathing nice and controlled throughout the movements. And down. All right. It's gonna be 30 seconds on of that, and 15 seconds off. After that, we're going into the Cobra push-up into bear crawl. So it kind of looks like this. So you guys can see me down here. Man, I need a camera person. Anyway, going down into a push-up position, right? What you're gonna do from here is you're gonna bring your knees slightly in. From there, you're gonna keep your knees right about here, if you see it, so it's not on the ground itself, but it's slightly elevated off the ground. My back is nice and straight. What I'm gonna do from here, I'm gonna come back. So watch how my wrists, you can't see them here, but my wrists are in alignment with my shoulder here. And for the movement itself, I'm gonna come back, my shoulders are gonna come back slightly off the alignment with the wrist. And you're gonna come down, all right? Down, and then extend all the way up so that my shoulders, you see my shoulders are in front of my wrist positioning here at this point in time by the end of the movement. And then I'm gonna come back the same exact opposite way, back into the bear crawl position, all right? So I'm gonna be almost like in this position here, and then translate it back and forth there, and back. There, and back. It's gonna be that movement again, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, right? After that, we are gonna go perfect. Sorry guys. Okay, after that, we are gonna do the entire rep scheme. We're gonna do another time around. So by the time you're done with all this, it should be 5 rounds, right? So first round was single leg pistol squat sit down. Second round was the other leg pistol squat sit down. The other one was squats, both legs, right? Air squats, both legs. And then after that was the modified pull-up versions. After that was push-ups, Cobra push-ups into bear crawl position, back into Cobra push-ups, right? And then we're gonna do that entire thing starting from the beginning again. So round 6 is gonna be single leg sit down, and then the other leg, and then the squats, and then the modified, well, it's actually kind of like a modified row as well. Modified row slash pull-up, and then finishing off with the push-ups into bear crawl. All right, guys? All right, so that's gonna be the warm-up for today. When you're done with that, after this, I'm gonna follow up with the next video, which will be the actual WOD itself. And I'll also give you some warm-up drills with the bar or the broomstick in this particular scenario that we can do before we even start up with the WOD. All right, guys. Good luck out there. Have fun.